Welcome back to Andersen Acres. We're out here with all the animals today. And yep, dogs are doing great. Birds are literally out exploring. It's not cold. Looks cold, but it's not actually cold. Okay, it's not cold. I promise. It just looks cold. So all the ducks are outside. Arwen is outside. There's a rooster in there bothering himself. I don't know what he's doing. Lots and lots of ducks. Well, 6 ducks. We don't have a lot. But Shadowfax is around here somewhere. I'm going around this way if I can avoid opening the thing. Shadowfax! Let's see if we can avoid opening the thing. I bet he's in the barn. Shadowfax! There he is! Yeah. Hi! Hi, buddy! So yes, everyone's doing excellent. We have dogs, we have goats, we have rabbits. Everyone's having a great time. This week we obviously got more snow. And we are waiting with bated breath for tomorrow morning a storm to descend upon us. It's gonna suck. Okay? I tell you, it's gonna suck. Duck, 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 yeah. It's gonna suck. We're supposed to get quite a lot. Many, many inches. It's not going to be fun. The ducks don't know it yet, but they're not going to have any fun. Hi, Shadowfax! So, yeah, we're waiting for that. But everyone currently is doing just fine, and I'm not worried about the animals in the bad weather. These guys are waiting for their snacks. Yes, you guys are waiting for your snacks. But everyone does just fine, and it's actually relatively nice out today. It's not super cold. I mean, it's Canada, it's cold, but it's not like crazy cold. And for some reason I don't understand, we have a cat in a rabbit pen. So, you know, that's excellent. Cat in a rabbit pen. The rabbits are, well, there's one, I don't know if you can see it on camera. Oh, there's more than one. More than one rabbit in the house there. Probably can't see it on camera. It's really dark. They're going down into their hole. They have a really good hole. I like a hole like that. Keep you warm. So, anyone back here? No, they're all down the hole. It's not overly cold, but definitely there's weather coming. Definitely bad weather coming. We're just going to have to deal with it, you know. Boys are good. These guys, do they have a hole? No. Because they're lazy bums who never even bother to dig a hole. Do they have a doghouse that keeps them warm and safe and there's 4 of them to snuggle together? Yep. They're fine. They're okay. They will be okay even without a hole. If they want to dig a hole, they still could, but they don't want to. So, whatever. I don't care. Dig a hole, don't dig a hole. It's not my problem. Anyway, this week, it was mostly just dealing with a little extra snowfall, and it kind of got warm and icy, so it was dealing with ice control, especially for the horse and the goat. That's not fun, but, you know, what are you going to do? Other than definitely complain about it. Anyway, one of the things I wanted to talk about today, I am going to start answering questions in the weekly update. Small questions that don't take a lot of time to answer. Because people ask questions, and I promise I see the comments, both here and on Facebook. I see the comments. I just have really severe ADHD. I see a comment, I think about a response, I get distracted, and then I'm convinced that I responded. I didn't, but I'm convinced I did. So I promise I see the comments. And people ask questions. So feel free to drop a question in the comment section of either this video or another video. Everyone went back in the house. Fine. Goat. Just a goat. But also, there's Sparkle. Someone's asking how the chicken with the hurt leg was. She's fine. But, so one of the questions that I got from several people was, what do I do? And the reason this became a question... Hi. But the reason this became a question was because somebody noticed that I post pretty much every day. I don't normally post, like, just walking around looking after the animals in the morning. Here's Wildfire. I don't post that. What I end up doing is I post, you know, I talk about animal care or whatever I'm talking about that day. But I'm not like just filming in the morning or the evening when we do our animal chores. So a few people have noticed that. And yeah, I do post every day. I film every day because, what else am I going to do with my day? It's fun. So I've had people ask, what do I do then for a living? Surely it can't be this, right? And no, it's not. Yes, it is, but it's not. Let me explain. So yes, this is what I do. I got distracted by a dog. But this is what I do, but not the YouTube part. The YouTube part is a hobby, okay? This is just fun for me. I like connecting with people. I like talking to people. I like showing people our animals. Even when they don't agree with me, I don't care. I like the interaction without interacting, okay? I like that part. And I'm sure a lot of people are like that. You want to interact with people, but you don't like the people part. That's why I like doing the videos and posting on my Facebook and stuff like that about all the different animals. So, no, the YouTube part is not what I do, but this is what I do. So, what do I do for a living? I sell animals. I sell chicks. I sell bunnies. This year we're going to be selling ducklings. I write some books that usually these guys are featured in. I wrote a chicken care book. I have done a bunch of basically log books, like for breeding your rabbits and stuff, so that you have all that stuff in one place. I have all that. I do all that, and I do things like I go to podcasts and I do local events and I do farmers markets. I sell things like my jams. I know I haven't shown you making jams yet, but I will. But I do things like make jams. I sell my sewing and my knitting. I sell my garden produce. I will film more gardening stuff this year. I do all of that kind of thing. So, yes, this is what I do. That's why I can walk around and film, because this is what I do. Not the YouTube part. So, then the follow-up question will always be, well, how do you make money on the hobby farm then? Okay, so a few sources. Start with the quail. We sell adult quail, we sell quail chicks, we sell quail hatching eggs, and we sell quail eating eggs. Is it a lot of money? No, but it more than covers what it costs to keep the quail. Chickens! Hi guys. Hi turkey. That's blue to turkey. But the chickens. So I sell eating eggs, farm fresh eating eggs. I sell silky hatching eggs. We are going to move into a couple of other breeds, but right now it's still silky. One of our pens that we do in the spring and summer is a blue-black splash split lavender, and those eggs are kind of high priced. So we have those, and we also have a mixed silky pen where if somebody just wants babies and they don't really care about the colors, they still want quality silkies, but they want to pay the money. That's what that is. So we sell those. This coming year, we will be selling both baby ducks and hatching eggs for ducks. And we will also be selling eating eggs for ducks. So that's coming up. We haven't done that part yet. We just got into ducks this past year. But that's the ducks. Over at the rabbits. So we breed Rexes and we sell the babies. A lot of them are sold for pets. A lot of them are sold, some of them are sold for meat, but mostly we do seed stock. So we will sell breeding pairs or breeding trios for people to get started, whether they're doing meat rabbits or whatever, but we have the Rexes for that. Yes, they are high quality, show quality rabbits, but we don't necessarily cater to the show market. We do sell to show people. So these rabbits are not the cheapest on the planet, but they are good stock, and people ready to invest in rabbits are willing to pay for the good stock. My Holland Lops who are in the house, we sell the Holland Lops, and the Holland Lops are show animals. They are show rabbits. They are show quality. Many of the parents that I have are typically championed, except for Celeste. She's not able to enter shows because she's a Charlie. But everybody else, like Libra and them, and Gemini is not, because she is Vienna marked, blue eyes. She can't be shown because she's not a blue-eyed white. But they are still show quality Vienna lined rabbits. And they are fantastic quality. They're very healthy. So people looking for either show animals or pets, we do a lot of that. So we sell them as well. And then, like I said, I do farmers markets in the summer where I sell my produce. And in the winter, I sell a lot of my canned goods, like my jams and jellies. And I also sell my knitting and my crochet, because that's a part of what I love to do. So yes, and that's one of the reasons we're looking at getting into sheep, because I actually want the wool. I want to card it and spin it myself, because I enjoy doing that. When we get into it, I will go through the process. But I do knitting and I do crochet. I do some tapestry work, not a ton, but I do some. So I sell all of that stuff, and I don't underprice myself. So I charge an appropriate amount. I'm not going to sell a handmade knit Afghan for $20. I mean, the yarn was $200. So I do things like that. So yeah, I have all of that going on. I know I don't show a lot of that. I am going to, I promise. I just haven't gotten to it. Maybe here in the winter I will do that. But I also make soaps and I make candles. We are going to get back into breeding goats. Thank you. We are going to get back into breeding goats. Here's Wildfire again. So this is what I do. We also, by the way, I sell feathers. I have a whole video on selling feathers from chickens. I sell them to a lot of fly fishermen. And it nets, all of that together is more than enough to pay the bills. Okay? Are we flying high rich? Of course not. But it is possible, if you don't underprice yourself, to make your hobby farm self-sustaining. So the animals all pay for themselves, right? So even Shadowfax and Arwen, who are not technically money makers, they're pets. The money we make from selling the rabbits is more than enough. Just selling the Rex rabbits is more than enough to buy the hay for the year for them. Okay, it more than covers that. So they're not costing me money. In fact, I guess the horse and the goat technically cost me money, but they don't cost me money. They are net positive. Okay, I get this question quite a bit, so that's why I thought I would answer it. That's what I do. Is it possible for you to do that? Maybe. It's a lot of work. I will say that. It's not just the looking after the animals. It's also, let's go see what the dogs are doing. But it's not just the looking after the animals. It's the marketing yourself and, going to farmers markets and setting up a nice booth and things like that. Even just, well, Vodka's got something. That's gross, Vodka. Put it down. Hey, put it down. Yeah, leave it. Sorry, he's found a dead thing. I don't know dead things. Stop it. Pick it up and get rid of it. However, he's a disgusting dog. And so part of the reason we actually have the animals is because, the dogs, is because this is a money-making venture. Right? I'm just getting rid of this dead thing. I'm not going to show it on camera because that's gross. But one of the reasons, bad dogs, don't eat dead things. Don't eat that. It's not one of our dead things. It's just, wildlife. No, off we go. Come on, let's go. Let's go, Vodka. Anyway, not the point. But is it possible for you to do that? It might be. It's as much work as a regular 9-to-5 job. So let's be honest about that. It's not less work. Even the filming is work, but this is like a hobby for me. The filming part's a hobby. I enjoy doing it. So it is possible, if you wanted to do it, to make money from your critters. It was one of the motivations behind getting the ducks, is ducks are actually a really high-priced critter here. Oh, good. Spill the water. That was excellent, sweetie. But is it possible? Yes. But it's also a lot of work. So making a hobby farm situation pay, you have to have multiple streams of income. So we have selling live animals, selling eggs, we have selling feathers, we have selling rabbits, I do a consultation and a mentor program that people have to pay for because it's time out of my day to help people get started, especially with the rabbits. It's really confusing sometimes getting started with rabbits. So things like that. I write the books and people buy them because obviously if nobody buys them, I don't make any money. But just a whole bunch of things like that. It's all little things. It's crocheting 85 million things and then having to sell them. It's, all of these things. Can you make money doing it? Sure. Is it easy? It's not easier than a regular job. Okay? It's not. It's pretty much the same amount of effort that I would put in to commuting to a job and going there and doing that job. It's all the same amount of effort. I would just hate it more. Okay? So if you do want to get to a point where you can use your hobby farm to generate income, it's possible, sure. Let's check on the cats. But it's definitely possible. It's not easy. Okay? And maybe start a YouTube channel just because it helps keep me accountable. Maybe it'll help keep you accountable. If I know I have to go out and film, well, I might as well go out and do some of the other stuff. I don't know why there's a cat in a bucket. That's a mop pail. Why are you in a pail? That's... Good job, Gwen. Good job. That's a mop bucket. There's no reason for a cat to be in a mop bucket. Whatever. So I hope that answers that question. What do I do? And how do I make it work? It's honestly multiple streams of income. It would be very difficult to say, well, I'm going to make a full-time income just raising rabbits. You would have to have a heck of a market for rabbits if that was going to work for you. And I'm not sure any area has enough of a market for people to sustain themselves full-time doing just that one thing. So if you want to make your hobby farm pay, diversify, do it well, keep healthy, happy animals. Don't fall for conspiracy theories that tell you to do stupid things with your animals that'll end up hurting your business. Okay, that's one of the mistakes I see people make. I can do an entire podcast at some point on a hobby farm as a business. But basically, if you are going to get into it, it is difficult, it is rewarding, it is fun, it can also be heartbreaking. Because when you're dealing with hobby farm animals, sometimes they die and sometimes they do it unexpectedly. Anyway, that is about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. Everyone's doing excellent. We are going to change up the format of the weekly update. Starting next week, I am going to, every night, go out and film what we did that day for 1 to 2 minutes, and then I will do answering a question. A basic, simple question that takes me less than 20 minutes to answer. If it's a longer, more involved question, I might start a podcast. But simple questions about the farm, about raising the animals, about that kind of stuff, or even about myself personally, I will try and answer those questions in weekly updates, and I will film every single day. I'll film 1 to 2 minutes and then edit that all into one video, still to be released on Saturdays. So that's about it for us here today this week at Andersen Acres. I hope you join us next week. We'll see you tomorrow.